Okay, so the travel day started off nice and early. Went and picked up our coach, Sonia/Sean, about 10 o'clock in the morning from Manchester, Victoria. Driving down to London, on the way there we got a phone call off our manager Dale / captain of Call of Duty team Stuart, that we was going to be made homeless and basically not have anywhere to stay because the Airbnb owner basically cancelled on us. So we had to basically look for a quick arrangement of an Airbnb, where we found one in the centre of London. Basically a nice little apartment, got in here, everything was fine. I don't have a clue what to say to Dale, mate. This is just winging. I'll do.
That's the best thing to do, wing it, mate.
Right, I'll do. I'm done now.
Right, okay. Well, in that case, talk a bit about the preparation that went into the event, what you guys done before it, if you want to, like commenting on bringing Sean on, that kind of thing as well.
Preparation for London was a hit and miss. We had quite a lot of breaks in between getting ready, mainly because of myself having a lot of personal issues going on. When we did have the actual practice, I'd say we had some, solid set of scrims. A lot of things that needed to be worked on before the event, what we couldn't get in, like hard points. Our hard point was shocking. Control and S&D, I've never felt more confident going into a series in maps 2 and 3 in my entire time of playing in an LAN event, but our map 1 was just appalling. Bring it on, our coach Sean, he basically helped us out in hardpoint as much as he can, helping us how to push out both sides on each side of the map and how to make the other team spawn out as far as possible.
Okay, now what were your thoughts and feelings going into the event? What were you expecting out of it?
Going into the event, I expected, again, always to place well. I'm never ever expecting to get rounded. I've only been to one LAN event and I've been rounded, and that was due to one player. I'm not going to mention names. He was just a shit cunt. Sorry, Dale. Right. So I went into this event feeling confident that maps 2 and 3 were going to help us push through to that next, for each round. I think that's about it. I'm talking about the games. Talking about the LAN games, or
after the prep one, yeah, it's talking through the series.
Okay, so starting through our series, we had quite a long wait to play our first set of games. We started at 1 PM. We got told to be there for 10, and we had to wait a few hours. We played a French team. What were the French team called?
S-Rod.
We played against a team called S-Rod, and a strong French team. Again, never really heard of them, but again, they was very passionate about Call of Duty esports, it seemed. We started off in high center hardpoint, and we started off really strong, got first hill really well, and then from then on it just spiraled out completely, and then we just basically just didn't know how to react to how they played and just battered the crap out of us. Moving into the S&D, we played Gridlock S&D, and I felt confident on that map. That was our best S&D map. So we called out strats as best we can, and we went, was it 5-0? 5-1 up. And then going into that, I felt confident, and then all of a sudden we just ran out of ideas how to play that map. We had no strats. No defense was helping us because he just kept hitting us out on a bomb site, and we ended up losing that map 6-5. After that, we was waiting for our losers round 1 game, and we went against a good rivalry team of Razakod and Pluxer. We had a lot of, let's say, interactions with them on Twitter, who basically made it a lot personal than what it should have been. And going into this, they thought they were going to basically slap us. Going into frequency hardpoint, we went up quite a lot, and we started to slowly choke. But towards the end, composure came into it, and I think my team did the best, especially for helping me out to get that win. Going into the S&D, we played Gridlock S&D again. Don't know why we tried to play it again. We just thought because we went up 5-1 in that first series, we might be able to do it again. Ended up getting battered, basically by just one player on their team called Cam Void, solid player. And then going into the frequency, we ended up playing frequency control, going up 2-0, and then I decided to pull out a Maddox, which ended up making it a lot closer than what it should have been, going to 2-2. And then last round, I pulled out an ICR. And then basically the teamwork was just there. We ended up capping the first point very quickly. Going into the last point, one of our teammates, Wreckage, pulled out a war machine and decided not to trust basically two of the players, Stu and Rocky, and ended up killing them and himself. And then basically we had to try and like compose ourselves, regain, and then I ended up having vision pulse, popping that, which ended up helping us get streaks. But without my teammates being in that point, I don't think I would have got the kill in you to get them streaks. And then basically I popped the streaks and it held them off the hill enough to get my teammates to get the cap the point. Okay, Dale?
That was solid. Last night's series now.
Okay, going into the Plasma Night series. So Plasma Night was Dr. Faithless's team, solid squad. We played them online. They had, when we scrimmed them online, it was a back and forward. They was mainly on top in my eyes, especially on hardpoint, solid hardpoint team. We ended up coming against them on Seaside hardpoint. They basically just started off super hot and we just didn't get out the gates at all. They had about, was it a 70-point lead, I think it was. Towards the middle and the end of the game, we started like slowly getting back into it, slowly started team shooting and slowly started just working and meshing on that map, which we barely played. But they ended up winning 250 to 196. Going into the S&D, we decided to play Gridlock again, which was a stupid idea again, but we didn't. We just went into it with positive mindset. We ended up going 4-0 up, feeling confident, and then we just did the exact same as we did in the first round and choking. Went to round 11. Rocky basically made a questionable decision, but because it's his first LAN event, again, everybody makes mistakes. You just gotta let it slide, and just learn from that mistake. Again, he had played really well for his first LAN event. I would highly recommend if anyone wants to play with him, pick the guy up, man. Like, he's going to be a beast if he listens. But we ended up losing that 6-5 and getting knocked out of the tournament in losers round 2, which ended up making us place top 64. Solid performance for the amount of practice and like teamwork. Amount of practice, mainly what we had due to like personal issues going on with myself. Okay, Dale.
Right. What do you think you guys could have improved on at the event?
Okay, improvement-wise at the event, I reckon the night before we had a lot of issues with stuff going missing. I reckon if we sat down, because I brought my PlayStation down, and we could have gone through a bit of S&D footage looking at how we could have done more strats on, like, let's say Gridlock, or we could have done it on other maps like Payload, and we could have worked around them. Hardpoint was going to be a no-go. It was just how we came out on the day. But I reckon if it was just our S&D and control, I reckon we could have easily got losers bracket round 4 with our S&D. Our S&D let us down so hard this event, and S&D just gets you further in tournaments, as you can see. If you win maps 2, you're going to have that momentum going into map 3 compared to the other team. Okay.
Last question. This is one I've only given a few people, Stu, you never got it. But fellow Echo member Horizon, he was playing in a pickup team this event. What were your thoughts on his team and their placement at the event?
Said Alex or Horizon, he had his first LAN event. He said everybody always wants to go to the first and play at the first LAN event. I've had respects to the guy. He's been fucked over many a times team-wise, and he doesn't deserve to. I mean, the guy's a nice guy. He's just fucking people in the COD team are just arrogant little fucks. Sorry for the language. But yeah, played well. What I noticed, I didn't really watch him because I was in my own world in that moment. But yeah, what I heard of, he played really well. Solid performance. I hope he gets on a solid team next year if he does carry on playing. I said, anyone, again, if not, I want him to stick at content creating and making sure that he improves his stream and doesn't stop like losing that motivation. Okay.
Right, this is done.
Mate, what the fuck happens now?
Are we done?
I mean, yeah, we're done.
Yeah?
Yep.
Started.
So,
Nice and easy. Is it alright, yeah?
Yeah, it was good.
Started.
like this.
Oh.
Yeah, it does look good on you.
What, the jumper?
I'm
Sorry.
gonna know.
Next year's going to be good, boys.
It's gonna be